Check it out, guys. So it's almost power hour. It's about 3 p.m. here on the East Coast, and the markets are on fire. We went from being mostly in the red earlier. Now the Russell's up not 0.1%, 1%. We have the Nasdaq up 0.6. The S&P's actually up 0.1, 0.2%, as the Dow is still in the red, but it has recovered pretty much all the losses. The Dow is at break even right now. So in this video, we're going to break down some stocks, some earnings that just came out this morning from Roblox, Krispy Kreme, a couple other companies, and we're going to go over my thoughts on the markets. Are we going to break out? It sure as heck looks like the markets want to break out. We're going to go over the charts and go over my opinion. So if you guys find value, hit that like button, subscribe, get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo and up to 12 stocks from Webull. Feel free to check out the Patreon as well. All of those are linked down below. And now, cheers. Take a sip of your water. Let's dive into the video. So, check it out. We have a lot of stocks today, individual stocks, which we covered a lot of these not yesterday. Well, yes, yesterday and earlier today. Airbnb's up a ton. Coinbase, AMC, Palantir, Beyond Meat, GameStop, SoFi. It's the day of all of those stocks going up. I mean, you guys know those are all kind of bunched in a category. They're not, I wouldn't say they're garbage stocks, but a lot of those are YouTube stocks. A lot of those are the meme stocks, the growth stocks that, well, some of them aren't growing, but you guys know what I mean. A lot of these stocks do very well on certain days, and today they're all going up. It's one of those days, right? And we have SPY at this point. If I pull the intraday up, let's just dig into this a little bit. This is continuing to rip. I mean, look at this. We talked about it earlier, how we broke out. We were peaking out of the pre-market highs earlier in the day. Well, look at this. We took out, well, at this point, we're well above the pre-market highs, but we also took out the highs from the middle of the day, right around 11:45, noon on the East Coast. The high on SPY was about 412.75. Now we're above that. We hit about 413.50. Now we're at 413.20, and now we're actually testing the highs from yesterday on SPY, being about 413.65. This is a very, very big spot for the bulls, guys. Man, it's going to get good. It's going to get good. Get your popcorn ready, guys, because if 415 breaks, this is going to break out, in my opinion. I mean, we're going to probably go to 420 plus, if I'm being honest, just telling you guys the way I'm seeing it, or at least to go up and test the highs from about a week ago, maybe actually more like almost 2 weeks ago, being about 418. So this to me looks like it wants to break out, especially now that we're taking the highs out from pre-market. We're about to test the highs, from yesterday. This is a very big spot for SPY. And like I said, guys, today the Russell, the small caps, and the NASDAQ, those are doing very well, and the NASDAQ's actually a bit ahead of SPY on this breakout. Look at this. Triple Q is now above the highs, not only from all day today, we're actually at an intraday high right now, but we're above the highs from pre-market, and we're above the highs from yesterday. Look at this 20-day chart. I'll pop it up, zoom in a little bit. Highs from yesterday were 307.80 roughly. That was actually where we hit pretty much all day. I mean, we triple topped there, right? Yeah, one here, two, three, right at about 307.50, 308. So we're above that point. We broke out of that point, and going back to that 20-day chart, you guys can see Triple Q at this point is one breakout away from a full breakout. That's at about 309. We've talked about that before, 309, 310, which it looks like it is about to test that. Well, it is testing that right now, and it might potentially break out later today, tomorrow, maybe at some point on Friday. So the markets look pretty good to me, guys. And, we do have about an hour, 10 minutes left, so anything could happen. Who knows? Maybe when you're watching this, the markets are red. That's possible. I mean, it's totally possible. But right now, they're crushing it. Markets are doing pretty well, and it looks like we're on the verge of a breakout. I mean, again, a lot of these individual stocks are doing very well today. Some of them we've covered earlier. Google today's up 2%. That's a big one. Shopify is reporting after the bell. They're up 6.5%. We had a couple earnings this morning. We might as well just dive into those. We had Roblox this morning. RBLX is the ticker, and my goodness, guys, it is up 25%. Look at that. Let's dig into it. Let's dig into this a little bit. And I don't know why Roblox is not on my watch list right now, but let me add it back to the watch list. There we go. We can see it's up, like I said, 25% right now, and it's got to be at a multi-month high. Let's pull up this 4 hour and see. Yeah, it pretty much is, guys, at a multi-month high. It looks like we're breaking out of this downward channel as well, which is fantastic. And we also have this inverse head and shoulders, which I did not call this out, but now I'm seeing it. It's fully played out. I mean, it's completely played out. As you guys can see, if I draw it out like that, boom, we have the left shoulder of the head, right shoulder. Now the right shoulder is pretty much completed all the way up to the highs here from the end of October, early November. So Roblox is on an absolute tear. And it looks like if we come down a little bit here to see what they ended up reporting, let's see here. They lost $289 million on the quarter. That's about 48 cents. Well, it is a 48-cent loss per share on revenue of $579 million, which last year they did $568 million. So they're not growing an insane amount year over year on revenue, but bookings were up 17% year over year, 800, almost $900 million in bookings there. And if we take a look here, it looks like they did. They beat on EPS and they beat on the revenue estimate. Okay, so they double beat, and it looks like here the daily active or average bookings per daily active user was $15.29. And maybe I should look into the actual report to see kind of how that metric's been growing, the average bookings per daily active user. That's a big one to look at, and I'm sure it's been growing over time, of course. And it looks like here Roblox January revenue estimated at $213 million to $216 million, up 22% to 24% year over year. That's really good. That's got to be a big reason as to why the stock is moving right now. And let's see, anything else here? January estimated revenue $213 and $216 million. Average, estimated bookings were between $267 and $271 million. Anything else here on guidance? I'm not seeing anything on full year 23. Maybe they suspended, giving out full year guidance. I don't know, guys. But overall, what I do know is we're breaking out. We're at a multi-month high. We're above the highs from a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, and I think it's a bit overbought. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that, but I think it's pretty overbought, and we're approaching a big resistance here at 46 to 48. So I don't know. Are we going to get some selling pressure on this before it comes back up? I think that's possible. So I'm going to just be patient with it, let the dust settle, and if it comes down high 30s, low 40s even, especially mid 30s, I'm going to be looking at it very, very heavily. And we also have, Krispy Kreme, donut, ticker symbol DNUT. Pretty awesome ticker symbol for Krispy Kreme. This stock is up 6.6% today, and it's also at not a multi-month high like Roblox, but it's at a multi-week high. It's gapping out of these moving averages. We're taking the highs out from earlier this month, which is great. And, I mean, come on. These donuts are fantastic. I mean, the stock deserves this 7% move today, guys. The donuts are amazing, and I was just talking about earlier how we got to eat healthy, health as well, stuff like that. I was eating fruit, all that. But, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I am a fat kid at heart. I love to eat. Anything you put in front of me, Mexican food, Indian food, Italian food, Chinese food, especially Greek food. I'm Greek. I would eat anything you give me, guys. I love all foods. I'm not one of these guys that's picky. I love food, guys. And Krispy Kreme is unbelievable. I mean, I'm literally salivating at the mouth right now thinking about this. I actually might go to Krispy Kreme later, or should I not? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But it looks like they ended up doing 11 cents adjusted EPS, which beat the 10-cent estimate. Awesome. On revenue of $404.6 million, which crushed the $394.56 million estimated. So beat EPS, beat revenue. It looks like they see 2023 revenue of $1.65 to $1.68 bill. That's a little bit above the $1.65 bill estimate. That's awesome. And they see 2023 adjusted EPS of 31 cents to 34 cents versus 33 cents estimated, and that's pretty good. Above the estimates pretty much for maybe not EPS, but for revenue. And they beat EPS and revenue for the last quarter, which is always great to see. So this stock is very beaten down, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm stuttering here, guys. What the heck? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about the business internally. Sure, it's easy to understand their product. They make donuts, for Pete's sakes, guys, and they taste amazing. But I'm not sure how the company's been growing, the numbers, the balance sheet, the cash flow I don't know much about the internal side of the business, but it looks like it's down a lot. The stock is down a ton from when it IPO'd, and I think this went IPO years and years ago. Then they took the company private. Then they just came public again about a year or two ago, whenever that was, and it's down pretty massively from where it came back to the public market. So I'm not sure why that is. Are they not expanding, not growing? I don't know. I have to do a little bit of a deeper dive into it. But Krispy Kreme, guys, as of now, the guidance is solid. They beat EPS revenue. We're seeing that gap up. I'm watching it closely. And the last one for this video, guys, is the trade desk. And man, all of these are ripping. All three of these are going ballistic right now, especially Roblox and the trade desk. So this is up 26% right now, which is just unreal. Let's pull this up and see what they did. They did adjusted EPS of 38 cents versus 36 cents, and they beat on revenue as well, 491 versus 490 million estimated, so double beat there. And it looks like they're doing a $700 million buyback for the year or the quarter. That's probably the year. And let's see anything else. They see Q1 revenue of at least $363 million. They see adjusted EBITDA of about 78 million on the quarter. Not bad. And yeah, I mean, they posted Q4 24% revenue growth, upbeat guidance, it says here, and $700 million buyback. That, that's going to move the stock, for the, not always, but sometimes a good amount of time that moves the stock. And for a stock that was already beaten down about 50%, guys, we're talking 47% from $76 down to 41, and it was at 48 heading into the report. For a company that pretty much priced in a bad report, for it to come out, the report's better than expected, and the stock to shoot up, it's not too out of the ordinary. So that's it, guys. Trade desk, and mind you, guys, these are all, I'm looking at all these for trades, and I'm going to have to wait for a pullback on all of them pretty much, right? Maybe not Donut or Krispy Kreme, DNUT's the ticker, but TTD and Roblox, RBLX, I'm going to have to see a pullback before considering entry. So I'm going to wrap the video up there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. Do not forget to get your free money up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000 using that link down below, or just simply go to stasserfest.com/Moomoo, STASSERFES.com/Moomoo. Get your free stocks, and you could also get up to 12 stocks from Webull, link down below. And by the way, guys, all those links, the Webull link, the Moomoo link, the Patreon link, all of those are affiliate links, and they help out the channel. Well, the Patreon is not an affiliate link, but either way, all of those links help the channel out, guys. I appreciate you all. As always, peace out.